Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the CLSR. And I'm your host, the counselor. Today, we're going to be talking about your inner drive, things that motivate you, things that make you move, things that can make you move, things that can keep you moving. We're going to talk a little bit about some characteristics that we think could push you or should be pushing you towards success. And there are a couple things that you need to ask yourself if you want to be that person that's at the top of your game, very successful. And I think what you need to do is you need to listen up, because we're going to be talking about some success here. Now, to be successful, there are a few things that you need to have or develop inside of you. And that's what we're going to be talking about. What kind of person are you? Are you the type of person who can accomplish anything you want? You make sure that you go for it. You want it badly enough, you will be able to get it done. Anything you want to be done, you do it. You are on a mission. You are ready to accomplish things. Or are you the person who takes action? You understand that you have a path to success to take, and you have determined actions. So you are taking some action. You're an action taker. You understand who you are, and you don't ask, you just act. You are that type of person with some real ambition. You understand that path to success is persistence, and you have enthusiasm with a purpose, and you believe anything can be done. Your mind will find ways to get it done. You're brave. You stand for something. You believe in yourself. You understand communication and clarity and focus. You like to be challenged, and you challenge others as well. You understand the ultimate measure of an individual is where they stand, how they stand, and their ability to be challenged and deal with controversy. They have a commitment and a discipline, and they work hard, and they understand that with this commitment, they will get there. They will reach their objective. It's an act, not a word. You will be optimistic, which will lead to confidence, which will lead to achievement. Your self-confidence is the memory of success. You'll have courage, most important of all virtues. You can practice any virtue, but courage is a resistance to fear, a mastery of fear. You dare to dream, but even more importantly, you dare to put action behind your dreams. You're determined, and your determination is fixed, unaltered. Things such as relates to being noble, uplifting of the individual. Its desire is to motivate, and you are determined and committed on an unrelenting pursuit of your goal and your objectives to reach higher and challenge yourself. You will have drive with an understanding that it leads down a road to success. You are a leader, you're creative, you're a visionary, you're passionate, you have focus, and you envision that there are no limits in your mind. The fact that you can do something, you can do it, and you believe in it 200%. The end is never enough in your visions. You are an artist, and you have the ability to be free, and you can envision this world the way you want it to be. You have excellence, a skill, and an attitude. It's not a habit. It's a continuous process, backed up by focus, with power behind you and brilliance and energy. You are focused, specific on a target. And your destiny is to fulfill things upon which you focus most intently. And you understand forgiveness, making you either right or wrong. Forgiveness is for the strong, because only they can forgive. The weak lack that quality of forgiveness. You are an individual with goals, and your levels of success will be when you have aspired to achieve those goals and met those goals. You have gratitude. You're very thankful and appreciative for everything in your life. You have a sense of honesty, transparency that makes you somewhat honest, transparent, yet a little vulnerable. And you always maintain a sense of hope and belief, accepting infinite possibilities. Your imagination is full and true, and your real sign of intelligence. It will carry you to places you've never been before. You will improve upon what you do today in tomorrow. You will become immersed and addicted to your constant and never-ending self-improvement. Truly inspired of the 1%, which comes from within yourself, which you do not wait for inspiration. You go after it relentlessly. A silent joy inside of you. Understanding the world of sorrows. And kindness. You know how to show and accept kindness. Small acts of kindness. And your knowledge, you're very knowledgeable. Understanding that this is your true power, your information, your education, your progress. Investing in that knowledge bears fruit. You're a listener with intent to understand. You're a good listener, observer. Mindfulness is what you establish yourself in. Helps you go home to the present, and every time you go there and recognize there's a condition of happiness, of relaxation. You put your mind on a mission to succeed, a single-minded devotion to any of your goals, absolute sense of mission. Must fulfill your mission. nurturing your mind, your thoughts, your body, your spirit will all expand through nurturance. You will be able to accomplish much, much, much more. Opportunity will be afforded you. It's where success will prepare you for opportunity. You are an outstanding individual with an absolute sense of sincerity, a high energy level. You feel more. You understand. You empathize. You have passion, creativity, willing to take risks, patience, pace yourself, become easy. You have perseverance. You refuse to give up. So you practice, and you practice, and you practice until you perfect your craft. And you prioritize your objectives in pursuit of perfection. You realize goals and tasks will not be important unless you achieve your overall objective. You question everything. You learn. Maintain self-control, a self-discipline, emotional control. You are skilled. You will succeed because you firmly believe that you can. No matter how difficult it may seem, you will succeed. And you think you're not afraid to fail. You understand that failure is learning. With every step, with every failure, you learn. You become more knowledgeable. You start to think and trust. You trust yourself. You know you more than you think you do. You trust in your dreams. You understand. Being understood is one of the most beautiful things. You have value. You value everything you have. You possess. You have the mind of a winner. You hold wisdom through experience, organized knowledge, and organized life. You're a leader who understands that there are two major challenges in society, in the world of business. The paradoxical demands: do more with less, cut costs, be innovative, think globally, act locally. And there's the disruptive change maker, who speeds up interactions of demands and increases pressures on organizations to adapt with full control. You are versatile. You have the ability to cope with a variety of changes and the wherewithal to resolve competing priorities. You lead effectively. You engage people. You improve performance. You are adaptable and innovative, capable of gaining a competitive advantage. You know how to disrupt. You're a worker. You have a true range of skills and abilities. You coach, you mentor, you assess, you analyze. You have the capacity to read and respond to change. Your behaviors requires a systematic effort that pushes boundaries. You understand how to expand your skills, how to synthesize your energy, face your demands. You understand the distinction between strong and weak, influence and affluence. You are a leader with a core set of skills. You have a split but synchronous personality. On the one hand, you are forceful, assertive. You assert your personal power with your position. However, on the other, you are enabling. You involve others. You bring out the best in others. You're strategic in your positioning with organizational goals and long-term success. Your operations are focused and organized through every implementation. You are a take charge and decisive, demanding individual who has the ability to empower many through support and guidance and engage them in active participation. You understand direction and growth and innovation. You execute. You're focused. You process well, and you have discipline. How you lead makes the distinction between forceful and enabling leadership. You understand the difference between the two. Forceful, you understand when to assert your personal power of position. You enable the leadership in others. You bring out the best. You take charge. You empower. You're decisive, demanding, supportive. You understand what to lead. You're a strategic leader. You understand your position, the organization, how to be competitive through time. You understand the steps towards leadership, diversity, and versatility. You have a unique scale of talents that range from high to exceedingly high. You have a sixth sense about you, an awareness, an understanding. You read situations very well. You are a rarity. You research, you do your extensive work. You're knowledgeable and well-versed. You are wise in your years. You understand the difference between management and leadership. Whereas management persuades people to do things they don't want to do, while leadership inspires people to do things they never thought they could do. You are a leader with these great qualities. You have excellent communication skills. You communicate relentlessly. You are simple, yet direct. You listen and encourage input. You illustrate through your stories and your actions that you are worthy of leadership. You affirm with these actions your true ability. To listen is paramount, right up there with empathy. You understand the only way to get people to follow you is for you to make them feel heard. Talk to someone about themselves and they'll listen for hours. You make real eye contact and show sincere interest in the lives of others. Magnetically, people are drawn to you, and passionately you speak about them, and they become inspired. They feel heard and begin to know, like, and trust in you. You never pretend. You are forthcoming. You feel self-conscious. You understand communication is the most important quality of a great leader. As well, integrity. You do the right thing, even when no one is watching. You don't expect your followers to be honest when you lack integrity yourself. So you do not lack integrity. You are an honest leader who succeeds when you stick to your word. Your word is everything. You live by your core values. You lead by example, and you follow through. You're accountable. You take the majority share of the blame and a little less of the credit. You're accountable for results, good or bad behavior, for actions. You give credit when it is due. You lead by example, understanding, empathy, open-mindedness, motivation and hopes and dreams of others and problems. And you forge a deep personal connection with your problems, and you understand them. You strengthen your skills for empathy by creativity, feeling safe, emotional connection, by identifying your needs through negotiation, collaboration. You have a mindset that enables you to make better predictions, improve your work strategies, inspire loyalty among your peers, use and utilize better negotiation tactics, increasing your creativity. You understand where people are coming from, which helps you facilitate a more human environment where your fellow peers and colleagues are more productive and as leaders, and they thrive. You may be experiencing your own personal issues within your home, whether it's health, mechanical problems, relationship difficulties. You are empathetic with your peers and you understand their motivations. However, you are focused and you understand the importance of human communication and understanding of others. You have a sense of humility. You're not too enamored or tempted by title or status. You focus on problem solving, team dynamics, more than self-promotion. You are effective. You're focused on the well-being of your team. You're humble and vulnerable, which makes you more relatable to your team members. You're resilient. You perform during good times by rolling up your sleeves, and you produce when times get tough. You have a positive attitude that rallies others together. It's inherent, which helps you react to situations in a manner of calmness, collected manner, focused on solutions rather than problems. You're experienced. You have a vision. You create a vision, your own vision, and relentlessly you drive it to completion. Your understanding is your organization that you develop will go as far as your leadership is able to influence others. You set the organizational direction and exercise keen decisiveness. You are a decision maker, which is key to new ideas. Understanding that each and every one of your affiliates, your workers, your team members, they understand the goals and the missions you put forth. You are programmed to inspire loyalty, enthusiasm, and commitment, and remind everyone of the big picture. And you challenge people to get out of their comfort zones and to outdo themselves and live and experience what living is about. So you share your vision and you compel others. You influence with the belief that when you attain a certain level of leadership, respect will automatically be given, with the understanding that your leadership skills and influence are not interchangeable, and respect will be earned, not given otherwise. Your goal and purpose is to influence by clearly stating what you want, connecting with people emotionally, making others feel important, be vulnerable and charismatic. You will work towards commonly shared goals. You will ask for suggestions and inputs. Build real, lasting relationships and act professionally on social media platforms and have self-awareness. You will present an aura of positivity by inspiring others to achieve their goals and understand the outcomes and their attitudes will positively impact their lives. Stressful times will occur. However, leaders like yourself will react to stress with a positive outlook rather than getting flustered and distracted and placing blame. You will be positive. You will learn to delegate. Instead of doing all the work yourself, you will learn to trust in others and allow them to handle responsibilities on their own. Your abilities will elevate your group. You will give them a step-by-step procedure. You will choose an appropriate task. You will choose an appropriate person. You will set clear objectives, implement those, and monitor and evaluate. And this is your delegational practice. Choose the appropriate task. Choose the appropriate person. Set clear objectives and plans. Implement, monitor, evaluate, and review repeatedly. And it is a part of your practice in your business. You must master this. You must learn to foster these relationships that will breed confidence in others. Any lack of confidence shown will deteriorate any relationship of any of your colleagues in looking up to you. You must persevere and always display confidence in all situations. It must be that there will be no cracks in your armor, no faults, no errors, no mistakes. The belief must be real, and you will make it real by believing in it, and others will follow and they will believe as well, as long as you are consistent with this confidence and never falter. You understand you are a leader and you need to take charge and help others. You need to manage large groups, set unified goals, and make progress. Organizing, acting in the right way, building a vision, setting clear goals and directions, mapping a dynamic path forward for all. You build, you never destroy or break. You act in a certain way and never display negative qualities. Never fail to set clear goals for your teams. Do not insult or degrade people. Do not give praise too easily. Never act inappropriately or exhibit behavior that you would expect from peers. Do not hold regular meetings with subordinates. Do not fail to take decisive actions. And do not act tough or lack empathy. Believe in your vision. Remember to be the one who does not accept no, does not take no for an answer. You will be the one who will find alternatives. You will believe in yourself. You will eliminate some of the negative chatter from other people who are determined to keep you back. You must understand that many people who have not been where you plan to go will try to convince you not to go for fear that they have not been there and they do not believe in what you believe. So you must eliminate much of the negativity. You have to sometimes isolate yourself for a certain period of time so that you can build up your strengths, rid the weight, cleanse your mind, increase your focus, develop your determination, and act. You're going to act and stay focused, and you're going to work the plan. You're going to learn as you take your steps that each experience that you go through, each problem you encounter, each barrier that blocks can be overcome. You have accepted the challenge that life is bringing with you, that you are on a new course, and it isn't a course of fearlessness, a course that you and you alone may take the sacrifice, the willingness to suffer from time to time through the hard work and tenacity and struggle, and embrace and accept and understand it will be a beautiful lifestyle based on your determinations, your goals, your beliefs, your aspirations. You have the understanding that the mind is one of the most powerful, and it must be trained, programmed to receive the messages that you intended to receive, to envision the outcome is to be clear-minded, decisive, determined, strategic, versatile, aware, at times rigid, ready to challenge. At times you will find that you may have to be a bull in certain situations, a ferocious bull, with the understanding that the naysayers will be plenty. However, you have the beast within you that will help you maintain a strong, coherent sense of self, with the understanding that weaknesses matter. You understand the leader in you acknowledges your strengths. However, you embrace your weakness. You develop your weaknesses and you work through them with the understanding that they are a part of you, an essential part of you that will help you develop the big picture, be creative, and translate your vision into reality. You will never overuse your strengths, with the understanding that overusage will develop into weaknesses. You are smart, very smart. However, you will always be mindful that your smarts are not to be above those, to be demonstrated upon those who are your colleagues and your co-workers and your team members. You are to hold your smarts in place with the understanding of always maintaining a connection with those around you. Understanding that continuous learning and the quality and ability to deal with the unknown, untested, and untried may be the formula for long-term success in this complex, dynamic, ever-changing world we live in. You are always to maintain a balanced approach to learning and development, which will produce a deep, rooted, knowledgeable, well-balanced, versatile leader who can guide through challenging in this. You will know your talents and discover your strengths through time. You will understand that organization, efficiency, and proficiency is essential. And you have the understanding that both strengths and weaknesses have an appropriate place in your leadership portfolio. In order for you to move forward and excel in your life, you must drop the old negative thoughts and habits and experiences of your past, and beliefs must be converted into passions. You must relieve yourself of the ignorance of your forefathers who may have no vision, no concept of your dreams. You must realize them, the importance of them. The power that is within you must be embraced. The belief cannot have any doubts. Must be pure in thought, clean in your mind and your spirit. You must be able to convert yourself into a high performer, someone who has the proven ability to improve the performance of not only themselves, but of others. You will set big goals, which have the power to focus and motivate us. More focus and motivation positions you for high performance. You will learn how to mentor, coach, model, and elevate your performance through practice and achievement of your big goals. You will behave to perform. You will learn which behaviors you most likely will display that will be congruent with high performance. You will avoid going off rails. You will learn how to identify the behaviors that your organization will value the most. You grow faster. You will grow yourself faster. Especially if you are more capable in the areas of your organization. You will learn optimal balance of experiences, education, and feedback that will accelerate your development. You will create your own personal experience map to accelerate and guide your development and connect. Truly connect with your relationships that matter, relationships that can influence you, that can show you and guide you and encourage you and motivate you. You will learn how to build a powerful network while always knowing where you fit within that network. Will ensure that any work environment that you operate within, it is a good fit for you. Otherwise, you will not be able to reach your full potential. Fake it until you make it. High performance requires you from time to time adjusting your behavior to deal with success at different points in your career. You must protect and provide for your health and your body. You must commit to your body. It plays a powerful role in your ability to deliver high performance. You ensure that you get your sleep to support your high performance, in addition to exercise and healthy diet. Above all, you avoid distractions. Eliminate mind chatter. Eliminate negativity. Avoid performance fads that suggest easy answers to difficult performance questions. You do not take the easy way out. You learn to deal, you learn to handle it, work your way through it, and trust. Trust those who have earned your trust, which is interpersonal trust and a psychological safety, which can be associated with any individual or team. It's possible that when you interact with others, you'll be able to perceive that they're capable, caring, ethical, predictable, and consistent in their behavior. When you establish trust, you learn to get them to trust you by understanding two key components to trust, which is the interpersonal trust, the extent to which you will give someone the benefit of the doubt, and there's the psychological safety, which is the extent to which I believe you will give me the benefit of the doubt based on my behavior. You will be able to decipher between cognitive trust and effective trust. Cognitive trust being that I believe you have the appropriate knowledge, skills, and abilities, and competence, and I may trust you. And consistently, I will believe you will act in a predictable and reliable manner, which minimizes any unpredictable surprises. Effective trust is, I believe you are on my side because you display empathy, warmth, and caring about my wants and needs. You are showing me. However, I believe you will act with honesty and integrity and follow through on your promises, and you will not deceive me. This is what we need to always be aware of. Trust as it relates to culture. Culture matters, and cultural values and norms should always be defined by you and mutually agreed upon and reinforced often. You should always work to improve culture by knowing how it impacts our relationships create a culture of trust that will improve our vision. Psychological safety and interpersonal trust are good for all. They enhance organizational performance and strengthen our communities and create happier and healthier relationships. You will develop teams that focus on organizational attention. They will be able to identify what truly matters to your customers and the key stakeholders. You will be the one who creates clarity, as much clarity as possible with regards to your organization's purpose, their vision, their strategy, and their values. You will unleash energy. Seek out many different voices as a means of soliciting all involved to assist with challenges. You will win. You will build that relationship trust. You will see interrelations amongst the various skilled individuals in your teams. You will build capacity and understand that your role is to serve, to assist, to help shape a new future, a better tomorrow, an environment filled with resilient people who embrace technology, challenge the status quo, always ready to address and listen to voices that offer new approaches, opportunities, alternatives, and a mindset to seek out talent with ample resources which allow to stay on the cutting edge of their discipline. You have made the conscious decision to play your role, to understand the importance of creating a vision and communicating that vision. And you can deliver that vision with clarity and ambition. You will remain purpose-driven, performance-focused, and principle-led. The time is now. However, many are afraid to make a move, afraid to follow. There are too many of you that are stuck in your regular routine, and you've been told what to think and what to believe, and you've been shown a path for many. However, this path is a unique path for risk takers, for believers, for those who refuse to back down, not those who are being backed down on a regular basis, dismissed, or disregarded, or disciplined. This is for those who need challenge and are yearning for change, positive, productive change, and for those who want to live an infinite life, make the world a better place by bettering themselves and influencing others to do the same. That is what we're talking about here. We're talking about that small percentage that want to open their eyes and see what's right in front of them. The influencers that have put their mind in a limited state of functioning. And a limited state of functioning means you have difficulty going outside the box through fear or through suggestion or through past experiences. You have difficulty advancing yourself because you have come to believe that the other person's word is your destiny and their limitations are your limitations. You have come to follow a pattern of sustainability and survival rather than success. You are being distracted in many ways, easily distracted. You are choosing not to wake up. You are inspired momentarily. However, you are quick to go back to your comfort zone, a place of safety, a place that you have come to know that garners only so many rewards, foreseeable rewards. You can see your success, and in many cases it's very limited to those around you, their opinions. However, I think it's time for us to change, take a new direction, move towards real change. Understand that you have the ability, and no matter what it takes, you are going to stay focused, learn from your failures, and work through. You are going to have a mindset change, a belief system, a plan in place, a philosophy, a newfound religion per se that will be unique to oneself. You no longer accept the norm. You realize that you are limited in your belief system. What you believe influences what you achieve. So you will have to make some change. You will be that risk taker, that challenger, that persevere, the resilient one, the one who's going to make it and break it to make it, and sometimes fake it to make it. However, you will never let them see you doubt. You are determined to find your way out. You will create your vision board, and through discipline, you will utilize this vision board to achieve success. Your vision will be clear. Your mind will be open. There will be no excuses, no procrastination, no delay. Well, I have to say, everyone, I want to thank you for listening today. I'm talking about that side of you that wants to succeed, and there are essentials that must be considered when going on that path. And see, there's a part of you that is yearning for some change in your life. The main challenge will be, are you going to actually make that change? They say it takes the average person 500 suggestions before they actually start to change from their conditioned responses. That's 500. means that somebody has to influence you or condition you or program you 5 times, like 500 suggestions for you actually to get your mind to change its positioning, to take an alternative, which is powerful. So you can imagine the amount of work it's going to take for you to start moving in the direction that you want. You have to aim high in increments. You can aim high, but you have to do it in increments. You must see small successes. And if you're in business, do not work in isolation. If you're trying to move up in business, work with people who are more advanced than you in the position. Or if you're trying to get in a certain business or start a certain business, work with people who are doing it, who are showing success. Forget all the bias and the assumptions and the stereotypes on that successful person. Understand that they're doing something different. And if you want to do something different, you need to follow them. Be mentored by them. Have your core values, but understand there are paths that lead from A to B, and then there's paths that lead from A to Z. Both can get things accomplished, but the wiser you are, more open-minded you are, more collaborative you are, more knowledgeable you are regarding your purpose, then you will achieve everything that you need to. A lot of what's in us has to come out. However, it's been bogged down our strengths. They've been smothered by vulnerabilities and insecurities and negative experiences. Whereas we're at the point where we have lost that human understanding of our full potential. So we sit back and we wait for others to tell us our capabilities, or some test, some assessment to tell us what our limitations are. We have forgotten to discover our limitations, which could be endless if we try. However, we do not usually get past that first step because we are programmed from a young age on these are our alternatives, these are our choices, and if we follow these choices, then we're going to end up here. However, it rarely works like that. You usually know where you're going to end up once you start along that path. You have a very good understanding of where, but you don't know how to change it. And that could be the worst thing, is when you don't know how to move on, or you're in the middle of your life and you've got something going on where you're either in a relationship and you know that your purpose is here. It might be in another city, starting out with a new plan, working on your purpose. However, you feel stuck either in a relationship or if you're in a family and you can't make those changes, or you could make them but you're not willing to sacrifice or get anybody else to sacrifice. See, these are things that stop a lot of people from moving forward because of many of the sacrifices that they have in their lives that they're not willing to give up. Many of you are spending years running in the wrong direction, going to schools with false promises, and when you get out, you're going to have some employment, and many of you will. A number of you won't, but many of you will. But see, we're not talking about employment. We're talking about leadership, the leader in you. We're talking about that individual that has the potential to go in any direction. However, they fail on so many levels to take it to where the true heart is, where their true spirit is, where their true talent lies, it's neglected. It's buried. So many find it's a competitive world, and it can be tough, and it needs securities in place. So what do? They gravitate towards occupations that will give them more security. It's a very natural reaction to establish security. Most of us do it. However, many of us need to challenge ourselves. Look at our vulnerabilities and insecurities and see how much is it holding us back. Are we too afraid? What are the consequences? Are the consequences too great for me to live the life that I feel I can live inside of me? However, there's too many obstacles that I'm placing in front of myself. And these obstacles prevent me from focusing on my true purpose. Truth be told, we are the ones often holding ourselves back. We have to take control of our lives. We have to put positive influencers in our lives and bring about positive change and positive thoughts so that we can be productive human beings that contribute to society through our talents and our discipline and our understanding and our caring and our collaboration. We have success within us. The question is, are we willing to take the step forward to make the change? And there's too many of you who aren't. Who are sitting, doing what you normally do, dreaming day in and day out of the possibilities that could be in your life. However, too many of you choose the rigorous reality of routine, day in and day out, not questioning what life is really about. Well, I'd like to say thank you to all my listeners, and I want you to spread the word and really think about our conversation tonight. Success awaits you, greater success. However, it awaits you. It's not going to happen unless you take action steps and you do something to make some change, even for your happiness. You deserve it.